Well, the internet pretty much exploded. Social media, the IWC, it exploded Friday night because not only did we pretty much get confirmation that we're going to get The Rock versus Roman Reigns at this year's WrestleMania, but that also means that the American Nightmare, the man that went back-to-back 2023-2024 Royal Rumble match wins, Cody Rhodes, is not challenging Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at WrestleMania this year. And both of those decisions made by WWE lit the IWC on fire to the point that there's a lot of discomfort on social media. There's a lot of discomfort on the YouTube videos themselves. They uploaded the entire Rock, Roman, Cody segment from Smackdown online. And last time I checked, they had like 300k dislikes. And again, a lot of people want to shine light into that. But in my opinion, sure, there's discomfort, but it's just human nature to focus on the negative. It's just human nature to focus on what they took from us instead of what we're getting. And the fact of the matter is, we are getting a dream match at WrestleMania. We are getting a match that fans have been wanting ever since the formation of the Bloodline. Ever since Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam in August of 2020 during the pandemic. And he joined forces with Paul Heyman. And it was clear to everyone and their mother that Roman Reigns, the big dog, the former big dog, had turned heel. And then we saw the transition, we saw the growth, we saw the evolution of Roman Reigns into the tribal chief. All the family drama between Jimmy and Jey Uso, bringing Solo Sikoa in, the entire Bloodline storyline that we've been seeing, we've been watching, we've been witnessing for almost 4 years now, leads into Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania this year. So I don't want to hear this thing of it's a predictable income. Pretty much, if it's a good story, it's gonna be predictable, because that means you built up to it. Sami Zayn, if Sami Zayn had beat Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber in Montreal, that would have been predictable, because we built up to that. This whole argument that there's no build up to Reigns versus Rock, what have we been witnessing? What have we been seeing from Reigns and the Bloodline and the head of the table and this entire talk for almost 4 years now? And again, this is a match that fans want. I want, of course. And I've said it before, I don't think this match needs the title involved. But guess what? Plans changed. CM Punk got injured during the Royal Rumble match. Plans change. He's not going to be a part of WrestleMania. He cannot challenge Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. Plans change. And again, this whole point of Cody Rhodes picking Reigns out from the crowd at the Royal Rumble. Why did they do that? Here's the thing. They didn't know how bad CM Punk's injury was. And that was already in the script. That was already something that Cody Rhodes was planning to do, to do ahead of time. Then we get to Monday Night Raw. Plans changed. They needed to adjust. And you had Seth freaking Rollins come out and plead his case to Cody Rhodes to fight him for the World Heavyweight Championship, the fighting title, the workman's title, the Dusty Rhodes title. I was a big fan of that promo, because if anything, it convinced me to think that maybe Cody Rhodes is going to think about challenging Seth freaking Rollins. And again, it makes sense on Rollins' side too. He doesn't like Reigns. He doesn't want the spotlight on the tribal chief, on that championship that doesn't ever get defended on premium live events. And again, Seth Rollins, he's lost 3 times to Cody Rhodes. Of course he would want a rematch. Of course he would want a redemption arc to start at WrestleMania, the very same place where he first lost to the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. To me, that all makes sense. And again, this entire idea of finishing Cody Rhodes' story. Here's the thing. Here's my problem with the argument being made that he's not finishing the story if he's challenging Seth freaking Rollins for the World Championship at WrestleMania. Or if he wins, rather. Because if he challenging is not finishing the story. You cannot say that Cody Rhodes winning the World Championship, finally in his career, any championship, whether it be Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins' championship, is not finishing the story. If you would have considered CM Punk main eventing night 1 of WrestleMania against Seth Rollins, finishing his story. Because guess what? There's a lot of fans who don't consider the World Championship the main title. They consider the Universal Championship the number 1 title. So by that argument, night 1 of WrestleMania is not the actual main event of WrestleMania. Night 2 is the main event of WrestleMania. Which means CM Punk's story would not have finished if he had main evented night 1. As simple as that. You can't pick and choose. And on top of that, a lot of people on social media in the IWC are bitching and moaning and complaining about the fact that they don't like Roman Reigns being a part-time champion. That they're sick and tired of Reigns and that championship not being defended and not showing up every week on Smackdown. Well, WWE does one hell of a job presenting Roman Reigns and that title and himself as the tribal chief. Because guess what? This entire story, this entire controversy regarding Cody Rhodes picking, or rather not picking Reigns to face off against WrestleMania is pretty much decided upon the fact that fans still consider that to be the main title even though it never shows up, even though it's never defended. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Now, I will give you this. Did WWE fumble? Did they stumble? Did they make a mistake by having Cody Rhodes go out there and pretty much give up his spot to The Rock at WrestleMania? Of course they did. I'm not going to deny that. That was a stupid move from WWE. Idiotic move. You don't do that. What I would have done? I would have had Cody Rhodes out there during SmackDown, not make his decision, not tell Reigns that he's going after him, but not at WrestleMania. Number one, that doesn't make sense. WrestleMania is a show of shows, first of all. That doesn't make sense. So I would have told him, I might choose you, and you're going to find out on Monday Night Raw. And guess what? A lot of fans, the audience at home, the people in the arena, yeah, they would have been disappointed. Cody Rhodes walks away. Reigns stands in the middle of the ring, still mocking Rhodes. He's not going to choose me. He's going to choose Rollins. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then you hit The Rock's music. The Rock comes out. The Rock comes out and confronts Reigns. And then tonight, on Monday Night Raw, Rhodes makes his decision. And he decides to go after the Dusty title at WrestleMania. As simple as that. And then we circle back to Reigns versus Rhodes 2 sometime down the line. So again, WWE did fumble. They did make a stupid, idiotic decision by having their face of the company go out there, their winner of back-to-back Rumbles, go out there, challenge Reigns by saying, not at WrestleMania. I don't want to face you off against that WrestleMania. I'm giving up my spot to a part-timer in The Rock. That was stupid on WWE's part. I'm not going to deny that. Nobody can deny that. But again, plans change. And to be honest, Rhodes versus Rollins for the World Championship at WrestleMania isn't a bad idea. It isn't a bad match to present to the crowd, to the audience, to WrestleMania. And The Rock versus Roman Reigns, again, I insist, it's a match that we've been wanting for almost 4 years now. Hell, we've been wanting that match since 2015, since The Rock lifted Reigns' hand at the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia, by the way, where Reigns got booed out of the frickin' building. We've been wanting that match ever since. It's a dream match, no doubt about that. And again, here's the difference between Batista versus Randy Orton in 2014, a match that people did not want to see, versus Reigns versus Rock, a match people will pay to see. Pay! Rock versus Reigns, Rollins versus Rhodes is best for business. And I don't know if you get this. I don't know if you've been a fan for a day, for 5 years, for 10 years, for your whole entire life. This is a business. As simple as that. Rock versus Reigns is best for business. It's what will make the most business for WWE at this moment in time. And again, it hurts me. Of course it hurts me. I'm a big Cody Rhodes fan. I wanted Rhodes versus Reigns, the rematch. Of course I did. And I hate part-timers. You know this. Lesnar, when he was champion, didn't like that. Reigns is champion right now. He's in the storyline. He earned it, and he has the aura to be a part-timer, which is why I say this match doesn't need the title involved, but that's WWE's decision. And again, control the controllable. It's not my call. I'm just a viewer, and I want to be entertained. Rhodes versus Rollins, Rock versus Reigns. That's going to be entertaining as hell. As simple as that. So tonight, what I expect on Monday Night Raw is for Rhodes to go out there and challenge Rollins for the world title at WrestleMania. That's what I expect. Those are my thoughts on this entire situation, on this entire controversy. This whole idea of hijacking the show, boycotting WrestleMania, booing them out the building like Goldberg versus Lesnar at WrestleMania 20. I don't think that's going to happen. That was a 20,000 seat arena. We've got 80, 90,000 in Philadelphia at the Financial Field. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll just have to wait and see how and in what way WWE builds both of these matches, in hopes that fans get accustomed to it and, start liking this idea better. So with that said, what are your thoughts on this entire situation? I'm not going to say, we want Rocky or we want Cody. No, come on. It's entertainment. It's wrestling. It's what we all want to watch. It's what we all want. It's what we all love as a kid. And the end-all be-all should be, are we entertained? Is this entertaining enough? It's all scripted, by the way. It's always been scripted. So, yeah. Again, those are just my thoughts. I know most of you won't agree with them, but I'm hoping I made a good enough case to justify both of these matches being or taking place at the Show of Shows this year. So with that said, what are your thoughts, your comments, your predictions? Leave them in the comment section below. Tune in later on tonight to the USA Network for another episode of Monday Night Raw. Let's see how it plays out. With that said, I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.